This just in. Tesla is the safest car on the road. Hello and welcome to Here's Your Apology, the #1 show for abstinence on the internet. I'm your host, Ghostface Killa, and right beside me we have the RZA.
Yeah. That's like a cool name, right? Riz?
Riz?
Riz is all over TikTok.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what Riz is?
No.
No?
No.
Have you seen it on TikTok?
I think I've seen the number sign, the pound Riz.
The hashtag Riz?
Yeah.
But you haven't seen like examples, like
I have no
videos
idea.
that are like, this is Max Riz or whatever, just like Riz, like No?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's when a guy is hitting on a girl. He's giving a Riz. Like, that's what they call it now.
Oh.
Like,
You don't say hitting on?
No, it's giving Riz or something.
Giving
like
Riz.
That. But do you know what Riz means?
Roofinol. Roofies.
Charisma.
Oh,
yeah. So now it's Riz, but it's like trying to pick him up, flirting with them, whatever.
Yeah, because saying he's got car,
yeah,
it would be weird.
Yeah.
Or
either way, it's
Zma.
A little weird, but
yeah, Zma.
But it's popular on TikTok, which means it's popular amongst the kids.
Yeah, which means
14 to I'm gonna say 23. Hopefully you're over it by 24, but. Yeah.
Well, your boy's gonna start using Riz.
Gotta Riz. You gotta give your wife the Riz.
Oh, dude, I'll Riz the shit out of my wife. Give her the Riz, baby.
Well, speaking of wives.
Speaking of charisma.
And Riz. Speaking of Riz.
A
doctor who had absolutely no Riz drove his family, wife and 2 kids, off of a cliff in California in a Tesla, and they all survived.
Ooh.
Which is a bummer for him if his intention was to kill his whole family, which I'm guessing it was. 250 feet.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a safe assumption if he drove his car off a 250-foot cliff.
Yeah. And they're saying it's intentional, that like the signs of it going off look like it was done intentionally. I don't know if they, for a fact, know, but he's arrested for it.
Oh, he got what's the charges? Just the looks on his family's face. They're just like fucking looking out like, no, what did Dad just say before he
They're all awake.
Wheel?
They're all awake, and he just confessed what's happening right before, and then they all live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my first thought is like, okay, there was something going on in the car before Dad did this.
You think it was an impulse thing? Like, as they're driving, he just snapped, like, don't make me, I'll pull this over right.
I could see that.
And then,
woo!
Like, maybe he did it out of anger, but he didn't mean to go off the cliff.
Like that far?
Yeah.
I just wanted to
I'll pull this car over.
Shit!
Yeah. Oh, that would be a bummer if that's how it happened.
Yeah, because as they're pulling the kids out of the car, they're just like...
It looks like he tried to kill his family.
They're getting hoisted up, and they're just giving Dad the fucking stink eye for...
Yeah, with the neck braces on in the gurney.
Jackass.
As they're being wheeled into the...
Just looking, knowing that, like, why was Dad saying he loves us so much and he wants God to forgive us? And then he started praying real hard before he jerked the fucking wheel and we went pummeling off the 300-foot cliff.
Yeah. But I guess just because it was intentional doesn't mean it couldn't have been an accident.
Right. Asian driver. I hate to bring up that stereotype, but it exists for a reason.
Are they Asian? No, they're Indian, right?
Yeah, but Indians are Asian.
I think that's still being debated.
They're like the Mexican of Asians.
I thought that was Filipinos.
Also Mexican. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think whether they're Asian or not is still up for debate.
They can't be the blacks of the Asians.
They might be. Because otherwise, you got the Russians who are technically Asian.
Yeah.
That's
why did they Russians are technically Asian. Well, I think this is a case where he put the Patel to the Mattel and just decided to off his family. You know what I mean?
So this was for sure he's trying to kill him.
Yeah, because if he's arrested for it, the kids obviously were like, yeah, dad was like, fuck you, bitch, to mom, and mom was like, I want that divorce. And then like the kids in the back are just screaming and whatever.
But it's a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. They were, I don't know.
So they were probably bad kids.
Yeah.
He just had
maybe
enough.
They deserved it.
Yeah. Have you heard children as they argue in the back? Honestly, I can't say that I haven't thought about doing this myself. Not in a Tesla. The safest car on the road. But I have thought about doing it in my Dodge.
It feels like the autopilot or whatever safety mechanisms are like there to save your life.
Autopilot?
That's what they call it in the Tesla.
Well, then there's the confusion. He's like, this is going to be the best thing ever, kids. Watch.
It'll drive itself.
It's going to fly itself.
Yeah.
It's got autopilot.
Yeah.
Pilots are for planes. This thing flies.
No, but you would think that program wouldn't allow you to drive it off a cliff. Like sometimes I'll be backing up in my car and it has that sense like it'll brake for you thing, and it'll slam on the brakes because there's like a little pile of snow in the way and it thinks I'm about to hit something.
Now you have whiplash.
It literally like it feels like I hit something because it stopped so hard. I'm like, what did I hit? But it wasn't. And
like, I don't know, something, bitch. I had to hit the brake.
So, like, the Tesla Autopilot allows you to drive it off a cliff. It knows via map that there's a cliff next to you, you know? It's like elevation, as it stands, whatever. It could have slammed on the brakes and made it so that he didn't fly off the cliff, I feel like. Or steered him in a different direction.
Or steered him in the opposite direction. Maybe... The map guy's dyslexic. I meant to send him left.
Yeah.
They're going to have a reunion. Mom and the two kids are going to have a talk about this one day. And the kids are going to be like, yeah, can you believe he said that? Like the way he was looking at us even. The way he told us he loved us.
I feel like they're going to forget it and then like not know why they're messed up, and then they'll rehash it in therapy.
Yeah.
And they'll just be able to see pictures of it, like mental, like, a flash, like a going off the cliff.
Yeah. They get hypnotized.
Yeah.
In therapy one day, and it all comes back, and they're just like fucking...
Exactly. I feel like that's what this type of event, and like mom hasn't brought it up.
Right.
They got told a different story why dad's not around since then. They're 7 and 4. They're not going to even remember this event, probably. I mean, maybe the 7-year-old will.
Dude, you don't remember shit from when you were 4? Like things?
No. I'm just saying, especially because they probably blacked out immediately when they hit, So they'd have to recognize what's going on, which they probably weren't even paying attention to, like, I'm in a car at that, And then by the time they hit, blacked out, and then they're being saved.
They're in the air for a while, though. 200.
Yeah, but look, this is the kid on an iPad. Goes off the cliff. Why do I feel... like
you think
starts to lift, and then they're looking around.
Why do I?
And then they're kind of looking around like, what?
And then all of a sudden they're graduating college.
Next thing, yeah.
And they come back online.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, they can be told whatever story at that age. Do you tell them that their dad tried to kill them?
every day.
And their mom.
Every day to count their blessings.
Yeah.
Your father tried to kill you. I would never do that. Count your blessings.
Yeah.
Remember what your father was like? He tried to kill you. Who would never kill you? That's right. Me.
And grandma, who's also raising you.
But also maybe not, you know?
Yeah.
So
in 2018, a woman intentionally drove off another Northern California cliff in an SUV with her wife.
Thelma.
That always catches me off guard.
And her wife, Thelma.
I'm like, did I read that right? Yeah. And her wife. Oh,
and
okay.
her
Oh,
wife.
she's a lesbian. Like, it takes me a second to like compute, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I forgot they weren't pretending.
So she drove off the cliff with her wife and their 6 adopted kids.
Oh, I drive off a fucking cliff
We
in a
need
heartbeat
to
too.
stop
Lesbians.
giving kids to lesbians. Like, why would 2 lesbians want to adopt a kid? They can both have kids. You know what I mean?
So they can drive them off
Are
the
they
cliff.
both infertile?
No, they're gay, and so they don't want to get penised.
Yeah, but you could do it with science now.
They don't want to get a wienering, and they also probably don't want to be pregnant. They probably don't want to have kids, but
also,
they still want to have abortions.
But the plan was, yeah.
this is a way they can fulfill that murderous, you know.
The plan was to adopt all these kids and then kill them. I mean, that had to be the plan. Like, at what point, at number 6 of adopting, do you decide that you're gonna kill everybody?
6.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, the 6th one, they're like, all right, this is it. They don't take them back, so we gotta, you know.
They don't take them back. They won't return them.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But also, it's their body, their choice. And I support that.
And these kids that they didn't have, that they adopted from the state.
Say love it.
They have contracts for these kids, all right? They got papers.
Yeah, they
choose to take them off a cliff. Mm-hmm. Is it the best parenting decision?
Whose property are they?
Probably not. Can we tell them what to do? No.
Again, no.
That's mean. And
yeah.
they're lesbians.
And so. Bigoted.
Anybody who's adopting their, let's say, 4th kid, let's take an extra long look at the like everything.
At the living situation.
Like, if you're adopting your 4th kid, you have to go through the rigorous testing that the first kid had to go through. You know, like, you have to wait months. You gotta have someone's gotta live with you for a week. We got to see how these kids are being treated.
They got to take the first kid in for like an extensive interview.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, for real though? How?
Yeah.
How are they?
Exactly. I mean,
I will protect
anything. You. Yeah. Especially when it's 2 women who could have babies.
Yeah.
And they want to adopt. And they want to adopt 6.
Which is different from lesbians who do have their own babies.
If you have your own baby, drive it off a cliff. That's your prerogative.
Throw it off a cliff.
These were the state's babies.
Yeah.
Really, it's the taxpayer baby.
Tax
which means
baby.
They killed all of our babies. Those were our kids.
Those were our children who we did support.
Yeah, we rented them out to the lesbian couple, you know. I'm sure they got some kickback from the government to take care of 6 children.
Lease with an option to buy.
Because, you know, only one of them's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them's a mechanic. The other's an OnlyFans. Fucking queefer. The most disappointing part of this story is that none of them had parachutes.
And that the Tesla doesn't have like a surprise parachute. Even to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like one of the like space capsule ones,
That'd
you
be
know?
cool.
You could slow a rocket down, but we're not going to put a surprise one in the hood of the Tesla in case you go off a cliff.
Or it turns into one of those balls like it surrounds it and turns it into a fucking bouncy ball and they're fine.
Let's go, Elon. Where are the parachutes?
Yeah, you're too busy talking about tunnels.
Yeah. I'm sick of just all the good ideas for safety. Like, why aren't there parachutes on airplanes yet? Like, we're just ignoring the most...
fucking obvious.
They give you a freaking
Life
inflatable in case you land in water. If you crash in water, you're gonna be able to like put on your thing. And no, I want to get out of the plane before we hit the ground.
Yep.
Anyone who wants to jump, we got parachutes. It's
go,
next
fuckers.
to the life vest.
Yeah.
You know?
At 5,000 feet,
exactly.
we're going to start to file out.
We're jumping. Everybody hold hands. We're going to get a circle. And then when I say...
what are they going to say? We're gonna do 3 formations. The first one's the circle. And everybody join hands, then we're going to go to the...
And then when I say, pull the cord.
Yeah. Then find the cord.
Yeah.
Frantically.
And then just build the life jacket into the parachute so when you land in the water, you float.
Yeah.
Like, how hard is that? They're already paying billions of dollars for airplanes, to make airplanes. What's one more billion to make sure everyone's got a parachute?
Seriously. Though.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember always thought that since I was a child. Why the fuck don't we get parachutes?
Yeah,
why can't I even bring my own parachute?
The first time I flew, I legit was like, there's no parachutes on this plane? I'm like, does the captain have a parachute?
They're like, nope.
Like, just they don't exist. Like
he has a gun.
I remember I was like in 7th grade, and I just expected there to be parachutes on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, why not? We're going too fast. So you get slowed down in the air, right? Especially if you lose an engine.
I mean, what's the problem in trying?
Exactly. If you're going down,
you know?
Yeah.
Like you're going to fucking, meet the Lord anyway. You
and
might as well go out fighting.
And most of those parachutes, like you spend the billion to make all these parachutes,
Yeah.
But then most of them will just live under the seat with the vest, and never get used. But it's just the peace of mind that it's there. And it's a one-time cost. You're not having to annually make new parachutes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's a question. If you're in a plane that's going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys are,
Mm-hmm.
You're looking out the window, you see fire in the engine,
and you're
you're making your peace with God.
Yep.
Would you rather have the option to step out of the wind, like one of the doors, the emergency doors, and just free fall it, or do you want to stay in that capsule?
I'm gonna stay in the capsule.
Oh, you idiot! With
the hopes that part of the plane survives the crash.
You're going nose down. You're staying in. You have a better chance of free falling, and living. That's happened so many times. More times.
Not without a parachute.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Look it up.
I don't believe it. From how high?
I want to say 10,000 feet.
There's no way. You don't fall 10,000 feet and live.
Yes.
People jump off of 5-story buildings to kill themselves.
I know that, but you can live. I wouldn't live.
What is the...
You definitely wouldn't live.
No.
You would lawn dart.
Splat.
I would try and fan out. I think you would go down flailing.
Yeah. No. If I'm hitting water, I'm pencil. Because then,
yeah,
least resistance.
Yeah,
and hope that my knees don't come up and
not even a splash, just boop.
Yeah, just
from
torpedo.
Flying through the fucking water at terminal velocity.
33,000 feet. Apparently, a Serbian flight attendant.
Serbians can survive anything
without a parachute.
Yeah. See? It's because of their body hair. Acts as a loofah.
People usually survive falls from a height of 20 to 25 feet. Above that, things get very deadly very fast.
Okay.
So, there might be some outlier cases. But
yeah, they're outliers for sure. I mean, probably 9.5 times out of 10, you're dying.
I'd say probably even more than that.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Yeah. Well,
But a number of people have survived. That's what I'm saying. I think more people have survived free falling than plane crashes.
So here are the top 1,
Playing
2, 3,
music.
4, 5, 6, 7. The top 8 in order.
Mm-hmm.
33,000 from that one chick.
The Serbian
Yeah.
flight attendant.
2,300 for
2,300 or
Ivan
23,000?
Chizov. 23,000.
Yeah.
22,000. An American. We got one.
Third.
Alan McGee.
Of course. He's fucking
18,000.
Irish.
Fourth.
Scottish.
16,000. So we're getting real,
Yeah.
we're cutting it in
Real
half.
floor
And
level.
This is the 5th one. So there's like less than 10,
Yeah.
11,000, 10,000, and then the 2009, 6,000. So that's the top 8.
8. So like I said, 9.5 times out of time.
But
slows
that's
down.
why I'm saying, like, we need parachutes for peace of mind. Like, be that airline. And airlines today are the worst.
Everybody should have a gun with one bullet under their chair.
Doesn't it feel like every day there's like a new 1,000 flights were canceled from some random airline?
Yeah.
Like, why do they suck so much now?
I know. Why the fuck does shit start sucking? It never sucked this
And
bad.
they're gonna
We're
blame-
going backwards.
They're gonna blame COVID, right?
They already do. They
Yeah.
blame COVID or white
But at
supremacy.
a certain point in business,
Yeah.
that excuse is not gonna work anymore.
Yeah.
Like, in order to maintain a good business model, you can't constantly be making it like, oh, sorry about the wait since COVID. We're understaffed,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, well, then staff up.
Yeah.
Because,
Fucking.
like,
I need to get to Bangladesh
yeah, it feels
pronto.
like they constantly use that as an excuse for just having bad service.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired of the bad service. I want to go back to good service, like get what you pay for kind of service. Not
Yeah.
like now I got to tip this freaking
It's
person.
it's almost like these companies know that it doesn't fucking matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've tolerated so much abuse that they're like
what are you
just
gonna do?
happy to be here.
Yeah.
They're just glad they're not locked up in their house. Let's charge them double what they used to pay, and let's,
No carry-ons, fuck face.
yeah.
That's what they say when you come up and they're like, oh, I don't have a carry-on. They're like, well, then why the fuck are you standing in front of me? Like, that's their customer service.
Exactly.
Get the fuck in the
That's
line.
what I'm saying. Like
You fat tub of goo.
at a certain point, COVID's not a good enough
Sorry,
excuse.
guys. COVID is not allowing us to
Oh,
staff up.
we had someone call out, and then we had to give them 2 weeks pay to 2 weeks off or whatever. Like their
Yeah.
excuses, it's all
People
BS.
just people don't give a shit.
No.
They want and they should. Because you're paying for it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Or we should be allowed to
Especially because we're
attack.
paying more for it than ever.
Yeah.
I go out to dinner. It used to cost $60. Now it's $100. Yeah.
Easy. And that's for that's like a middle of the road.
Yeah, that's
place,
what
too.
I'm saying. Like, when do we get these prices back down? Like, we can't keep using COVID for the shipping, and now we're still playing catch up with the shipping. Get the shipping figured out. Somebody called Jeff Bezos. He's done it like 3 times over with the UPS and now his own thing, Like, how hard? How hard? I feel like the whole world is just mismanaged and no one wants to be the adult anymore or like do the hard work that it takes to like get it running efficiently,
Right.
Everyone's just like, I can work from home. Like, what job can I do from home?
Yeah,
And
how can
that
I not go
attitude is
anywhere?
That attitude is what made it so that we've stopped like innovating, I feel like, Like, you would think with COVID, people would have come up with some cool innovations. It feels lamer than ever.
It does. But also, the customer service, though. Like,
That's what
how
I'm
the
saying.
fuck? I mean, I know we're not innovating because we're all fucking lazy. Like,
Like when people were like, make sure to be extra nice to your server because they don't get to stay home and lock themselves in, you know? Do you remember when everyone was trying to like guilt you into like, make sure you're tipping extra because your server has to be around the public. Yeah. And it's like, that's this giant sacrifice. Like, you know, I work in public, so you should tip me.
Yeah. I'm
at the counter before I've even done anything or whatever.
Essential.
Yeah. That attitude is still, it makes the customer service worse because they feel like they're owed something from the customer versus like they're giving something, like serving the customer.
Yeah. It's like my waiter the other day showed up to our table with his balls out. He's just scratching them.
Yep. Happens now. It happens,
and I was like,
especially in Portland.
My kids are here. And he's like, oh, what do they want?
Yeah. It's just freaking COVID. Apparently, the only excuse that any business that sucks now has.
Yeah.
And we just got to put up with it sucking.
Yeah.
That's what I hate the most. It's like, I know it's like complete BS.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can do about it, you know?
I appreciate a good customer service, because if you get bad customer service, it's like, oh, this place has real big nipple energy.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel I have no problem cutting places out. Like,
not
if I even feel slighted a little bit, literally, like, there's this coffee place I used to go to, and I saw them be rude to a different customer, and I'm like, I'm never coming back.
Oh, fuck this bean.
And I haven't been back since.
Awesome. What's the name? What's the name of the place?
Sleepy Monk in Cannon Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Super.
I'm never going there again either.
Super popular.
Fuck you, Sleepy Monk.
Rude on a consistent basis, and I saw them really be rude to somebody. And I was like, I can't.
I heard they murdered a child.
And I like the coffee, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, literally, I just can't. Like, principle. Like, something in me, once I swear something off.
Yep. It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. So, like, I've tried to, like, not be impulsive about what I swear off.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, I'm that person, you know? Especially if it's, like, a person. I'll, like... Okay, is it resentment on my side?
Yeah.
You know, like, how do is it fixable? You know,
self-reflection, Levi. It's healthy.
Yeah. And so I try not to, but in certain instances, I'm like, well, guess I never need this again, and I'm fine. Like, it gives me like I'm fine with
a closure.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm good with it. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Like, it makes me happy to not. Yeah, but since the pandemic, all of the customer service just feels.
Not real customer servicey.
Yeah, it makes it feel like I could easily swear off a lot of these places, which I feel like would make me make better decisions in general.
Sure, maybe.
But it's like at this point, it feels like anybody who does it the best is gonna win.
Yeah,
out there, like right now, it feels like, oh, you want to run a successful business, have good customer service, and you'll stand out above 80% of businesses right now, because even the big guys suck with customer service right now.
I tried to return a shirt at Kohl's, and I thought I was going to get hit. That's how bad the customer service is.
There's constant videos of fights breaking out in these types of establishments.
Where am I? Popeyes?
Dodging hangers.
Bullets and hangers? Yeah.
All right. Well... Don't drive your cars off cliffs. If we've learned anything, just don't.
Yeah.
And also, if you do, use a Tesla if you want to survive.
Yeah.
Use something with gas if you want it to, like, blow up into flames. I feel like the doctor dude thought, like, oh, I see crashes of Teslas on the side of the road, and they turn into balls of flame.
Woof.
And he's like, this thing's going to explode as soon as it hits the ground. King, 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 nothing.
We're fine.
Yeah. He was like, well, if the fall doesn't kill us, the explosion will. So if you're going to do it, use something, fill the tank with gas. Yeah, fill it with gas. Something's probably going to light on fire. And maybe pick a cliff with like a steeper grade.
America won't let you down.
Something that you can't accidentally roll down. You know, it's definitely a fall.
Yeah, drop. You want a heavy drop.
You don't want to like go over the edge and then tumble.
Nope.
That's a fail.
You want a bridge or something. What a failure. We didn't talk about what a failure he is for...
You would expect someone who's smart enough to be a doctor to, like, figure out a good way to kill his whole family.
He was like the D...
Not like a failed
the
way.
D average doctor.
Yeah.
Or whatever, C average, whatever the lowest thing is.
You know, he, like, drove past that cliff multiple times and was like...
I just could.
It looks steep enough. It looks steep enough. Like, he scoped it out, you know? He's like... If I did it, that would be, it looks like a drop from here.
And they are mathematical people. So you know he did some sort of calculation.
He's like, from here it looks like it'll be a drop, but it tumbled. It wasn't a good enough drop. So he failed. Yeah.
But also Tesla owes him a debt of gratitude because, like, the man tried to kill his family in their car and couldn't. So...
That's true. That's marketing.
A doctor, nonetheless.
That's marketing.
Could not outwit Elon Musk.
Yeah, yeah.
Think
it
about
allowed
that.
him to drive off the cliff, but, you know, the safety aspect.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolute safest vehicle on the road. Tesla.
All right, well, let's move on. Did you hear the verdict for Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion?
He shouldn't have brought his kid.
We talked about it. He's guilty.
Guilty.
Turns out he shot her. Turns out that's what the judge found, or the courts, or whatever.
The jury.
His dad came out and gave an impassioned speech about how it's injustice and how he didn't do it. Did you see that? Yeah, he thinks it's like
just
this
bullshit.
Yeah. Which still got me like, maybe it's a mistrial. Maybe we do it. No, you know, like maybe he still didn't do it. Maybe they're trying to get Tory Lanez, you know?
Yeah.
But that's obviously probably not true. You know?
Yeah.
He probably did it. I mean, they found him guilty. There's probably enough evidence. You don't just find someone guilty if there wasn't evidence.
Right.
And, but for some reason, his dad came out just yelling about how this was an injustice, and part of me is like, could be.
Yeah, but then I always go, is there any possible thing in it for old Pops? You know what I mean? Like if he goes to jail, is his money drying up?
Right. That's true.
And then so he's pissed that his son's going to jail for something that his dad knows.
His dad's a pastor.
Yeah.
So either that or he's in like denial. Like, I didn't raise my son. I raised my son never to touch a woman. You know, like it's his own ego.
Yeah, probably.
And then he also like believes whatever his son says, because why would his son lie to him about something so serious? You know.
Well, yeah. I guess the short answer is because he's Canadian.
Are they Canadian? Yeah. All right. Well, that explains everything.
Tory Lanez is a Canadian citizen, I believe. How much time is he supposed to get?
23 years.
He got 23 years?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I don't know if yeah. So that's crazy. Man. This is the last we've seen of Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah. 23 years is all like
when he's in his
old,
mid 50s, gets out in his mid 50s, almost 60s.
He's going to pull up with Bobby Brown.
Nobody cares.
He's in his 70s.
You know, he's forgotten. This is a death sentence for his career.
I mean,
obviously,
his shit was kind of dried up anyway.
Yeah, he never had hits.
I hate to hate on the guy.
He
kick him while he's down.
He's super talented, and when I am impressed whenever I like saw him do stuff, but he just couldn't write a hit to save his life.
Yeah,
you know, get some hits out, something we can latch onto and be like, no, Kanye's not anti-Semitic. He wrote Graduation. You know, like if you were better, if you made more hits, you'd have more support. That's all I'm saying.
And that's true.
So good luck, Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Tory Ames.
Meg Thee Stallion, for your victory.
Heroic.
In court.
Survival.
And the survival. I mean,
of Tory Lanez.
If I got shot, it would definitely become a big part of my identity.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like
Every song, I would have a hook.
I can't wait till the book comes out.
Yep.
You know, like I'm writing a book about the events. And
whoever shot me's mugshots going right on the cover.
Exactly.
Well, I hope you get shot then, you know?
To make it part of my identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anytime I hear somebody got a Purple Heart, I'm a little bit jealous.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
you
survived a bullet, and now you can just say it for the rest of your life. And, and like that's something no one can ever take away from you.
Yep.
And you don't got to get shot again after that. You could literally go the rest of your life, not get shot,
no shot,
and you got a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
And everyone knows you took a bullet.
You did,
and you're still here.
The impossible.
Yeah.
You did what a Kennedy couldn't.
But
you took a bullet.
I'm not willing to take the risk. You know, that's the problem. I'm just not willing to take the risk. Like even in the foot, I feel like I get shot in the foot.
There's some crazy
I
artery.
go into shock and have a heart attack, and that's how I, you know,
smack your head on the pavement.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not willing to risk.
And you don't die. You're just a vegetable now.
Yeah, exactly.
For the next like 35 years.
Oh, now I have to literally limp for the rest of my life.
Oh, cool. I got to live with my wife and her new husband.
Yeah.
As they both take care of me and tell me they love me.
Yeah. So I'm willing to not risk it, but get that cred when if you got it. Tell that story. Like even people that you've known for a long time
who've been shot. No,
just like friends.
Okay.
Like imagine you have friends. You're just having like a barbecue. People you've known for a long time, and then you go, Did I ever tell you about how I got shot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
like, what?
Always a good story.
Yeah.
Everyone always wants to know, and then you get like this respect because of it.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Wow, you survived it. You know, like I was bleeding out in the hospital. They stitched me up. There's still a piece right here, you know, and then you like take their they have to feel for the bullet that there's still, you know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like,
it's round and everything.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Next week I'll tell you how I killed a shark that tried to attack me.
Exactly.
He's hanging up in the garage.
Just be grateful for those stories. Okay, Meg? Be grateful.
And
let's
Brittany,
make the best out of it.
Brittany Griner, too.
Yeah, I mean, getting shot's a little different, I feel like.
Than spending like a year in a Russian prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's not real cool.
Yeah, there's no like guarantee you're gonna die. You just feel like you might.
It's like bragging.
But like if you get shot, you don't know. Like once you get shot, it's like start the timer. How's this gonna go?
Yeah.
Is it infection after the fact? You know, there's a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You're still getting fed at least a few times a week.
Yeah, for
in a Russian prison. But
ironically, you don't get the same street cred for like a life-threatening blood disease. You know, there's no cred for that, but it's just as like threatening, if not more, than getting shot.
Yeah, or
you know what I mean?
If you survive it, no one's at a barbecue with people that they love.
This guy's a gangster.
Yeah, no one's at a barbecue with like a group of people that they have known for a long time, and like, did I ever tell you how I was in the hospital for a week with myocarditis?
Yeah,
they pulled out a blood clot, and I survived.
The size of my
way
pinky.
Different. Yeah, it's a way different story than. Did I ever tell you how I got shot?
Yeah, and if it's in a different country,
nobody cares.
Even cooler.
Oh,
did I ever tell you how I went
shot
to
in a
Mexico?
different country? Yeah,
you're the fucking cat's pajamas, dude.
Yeah, you have a past. You're an instant mystery.
Yeah, yeah. You can just hear it all just get wet.
Like, and like that's when when you start telling the story, like,
you just
what?
Take a rip of your huge cigar.
And you're still here? You survived that? Like that's what when I hear 50 Cent got shot 8 times.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And you're still here.
Yeah.
Some people get shot in the face, still here. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How does that work? I mean, I've always respected 50 Cent because of that.
Yeah, for sure. So, Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Did you do anything cool for New Year's?
Did a little staycay with my wife.
Nice. Staycation.
At a nice hotel in downtown Portland.
A sex one.
It was nice.
It had a swing.
And that was it. Barely made it till midnight because, I mean, you know. Who does that anymore, really?
Yeah. Oh. Is that?
Did you do it? You made
sex?
It to midnight?
No, dude. I had to work the next day. I had to work that day. My New Year's. This was the first New Year's that I was in bed before midnight, though.
Interesting. Okay. So you usually make it.
Oh, I'm usually at 3 a.m. We usually have a party at the house.
Okay. Yeah, I can't make it to the late hours.
No, you
night.
would. You would.
Can't.
If you guys came over here.
Not without Adderall or something.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
That we could take care of that. But I'm just saying. But also, we were doing karaoke and shit. We had a ping pong tournament. We were doing karaoke. Dude, I sang Elvis until 3 a.m. Why? Wise men say.
I'm sure everybody appreciated it being sang till 3 a.m.
And so this year, I just went to sleep at 10.
Yep. Okay. I was definitely in bed at like by like 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like watching like 5 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife wakes me up and is like, "There's
Hilarious.
a minute left."
That's
so like
hilarious.
I like from the 5 minute mark to the 1 minute mark. Some point I was like, and
You
she's
would
like,
have just
"There's
complained.
1 minute left."
Yeah.
She woke me up and I'm like, I know. I've been
Yeah,
listening.
I know.
I've been listening. Okay, I'm just waiting for them to get to midnight.
Yeah, that's what my mom used to say. Is like if she would fall asleep on the couch, and back then we only had one TV, you know.
Yeah.
And you go and change the channel, and she goes, "Turn it back."
I was
I'm like, "Mom, you're sleeping." I was listening. She fucking say that every time, and I just was like, every single time I was like, I am stronger than her. I could put this pillow over her face, and she couldn't physically get me off, you know.
Well, she could get you off.
Oh, mom could get you off. Whole mom.
So yeah, pretty basic New Year then.
Yeah, basic New Year.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't do a New Year's resolution. I was like, I think those are kind of fucking dumb. Do you do those?
I do them silently and privately to myself.
Like a prayer?
So I'll be like, all right,
Amen.
January 1st, you're going to try to not eat as much sugar. You're going to try
That's the
to
resolution.
exercise more.
Effort.
And you're going to try to live a more disciplined life.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't put a pressure on until if by like week 2.5,
Uh-huh.
I haven't like started making steps, then I'll start like a more like forced discipline.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to like
Interesting.
ease into it a little bit because the transition is tough. You know, like I worked out yesterday and I'm sore today. So I'm like, I'm not going to work out today, but I will for sure tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know? And so like I want to like slow walk into my new disciplined life and probably give it up eventually.
Slow Walk into Your New Disciplined Life by Levi Garcia. We're here with Levi today discussing his new book, Slow Walk into the Disciplined Life.
Yeah.
What's your secret to slow walking?
You know, in the new year, everyone's making resolutions. But how many of us give those up after 3 months?
Great point.
Well, with my method,
Slow walking.
you can commit to those resolutions and you can know you will achieve those goals. You will succeed.
Eventually.
Eventually.
And I'm here to tell you, maybe not today. Definitely not today.
Yeah.
And totally tomorrow's off the books as well.
Yeah. You don't do resolutions? Nothing
To
motivate yourself in the new year?
the only thing that
Q1?
my goal was almost exactly like your goal. Try to eat less sugar.
Yeah.
That was it.
Try a little harder to be a little better.
A little bit more disciplined.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kind of all across the board.
yeah, it was that and like I'm going to up my proteins.
Okay.
Like mandatory, because I have a problem.
Get a good mix.
Yeah.
Some whey.
Some casein.
Yeah. Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody, and we're gonna keep doing this for now. For now. So keep looking out for these new episodes.
For now, we're going to keep doing this. This week's apology goes out to the survivors of the attempted Patel massacre and car crash. I just want to apologize specifically to the kids. I'll start off with the children. Maggie and Ben. Guys, look, being an adult is really stressful, and I can't imagine the stresses your father had as a doctor. Nonetheless, he had a lot on his plate, so just remember that. Look, you guys should all be in heaven, and you're not. So I think, as big of a scumbag as your father is, there's at least a thank you to Elon Musk and the Tesla car company. At least a thank you letter, give back a little bit.